Please welcome Mrs. Chia.
Hi, please. Today for writing, we're going to practice doing some chocolate crackles. We're going to follow our chocolate crackles recipe. Everybody loves chocolate crackles. It's one of our childhood favourite treats. You have them at birthdays, you might have them after school. It's something that's simple and easy to make. So I'm going to go through the steps of how to make chocolate crackles.
What are the ingredients?
So our ingredients are that we're going to have 4 cups of Kellogg's rice bubbles. And here's our rice bubbles in this packet here. And we need 4 cups of them, and this is a cup size. Then we've got 1 cup of icing sugar. Here's my icing sugar. Then I need 1 cup of desiccated coconut, and this is what it looks like here. And then we have 250 grams of Copha Chopped. It's a solid, and I've got to melt it a bit later. And then we have 3 tablespoons of cocoa, and it's here. And here's my tablespoon. This is what a tablespoon size looks like. So there are our ingredients, but we also need to use some what we call utensils or materials. So I need to put all the ingredients in this large bowl, and then I need a saucepan, which I'm going to use a microwave one to melt the Copha. And then we've got a mixing spoon to stir all the ingredients together. And then we have our 1 cup to measure out all the ingredients so we get the right quantities of everything. I have my tablespoon as another form of measuring. And then we have paper patty cases to put out when we actually pouring our ingredients out onto a tray. And then we need to be near a fridge, put them in a refrigerator so that they can be firm and hard and ready to eat.
Wow, Mrs. Chia, that was a lot of things that you've just told us. Do you think you could break it down into steps to make it a little bit easier for us to follow?
Sure. Why don't I demonstrate, and that will be the method. So let me make a space here and put my mixing bowl at the front here. So this is now the procedural method to making chocolate crackles. Here's my mixing bowl. And remember, going back over the ingredients, I need to use only special quantities of everything. So I certainly wouldn't be putting the whole of the chocolate crackles box into the bowl or the whole of the desiccated coconut in there. I must follow all of the quantities or else my chocolate crackles won't set properly. So we start with 4 cups of Kellogg's rice bubbles. So I've got the rice bubbles here, I've got my measuring cup here, and I need to put 4 cups in. Just make a little pocket in the packet, and I put it over the bowl in case some spill out. And I've just got to do a full cup of them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now my motto is a good cook always cleans up after themselves. So I'm checking to see if any chocolate crackles, rice bubbles have fallen out. No, and I tuck that back in, and that's usable for another time. So that's my rice crackles. 1 cup of icing sugar. So very carefully over the bowl, so if any falls out, it goes into the mixture. These are all dry ingredients. I haven't got any liquid ingredients at the moment, so it's not going to blend together. Just putting that down and pouring it into the bowl. And I have 1 cup of desiccated coconut, another dry ingredient. So just open this up, pouring it in my 1 cup over the mixing bowl. So if any spills out, it's okay, it goes into the mixture and stuff. Make sure it's just 1 cup pouring. And then our last one is chopped Copha. Now I've put that into my microwave saucepan here, and I'm going to
Give us a look at it, Mrs. Chia.
it said chopped, so I've done that previous. Whoa! Now I'm going to put the Copha just to the side on this warming pad because I haven't finished putting all the dried ingredients on. So I've still got 3 tablespoons of cocoa to put on. So open up the cocoa pack here, and I've got 3 tablespoons. Now again, like all the other ingredients, you have to make sure that you have even measurements. So here's one.
One,
Just a bit more.
two,
It's a bit wet.
three.
Okay, so I'll put that to the side. I'm going to use my mixing spoon and stir around all the dry ingredients. This is our only liquid ingredient, which is the Copha that we've just melted in our microwave saucepan. So it's been in the microwave, but you can do it in a saucepan over the stove. So now I'm going to pour it. It's just a little bit warm. It's been able to sit for a little minute. And I'm pouring it over all the dry ingredients. And back, and now continue to stir all the dry ingredients with the Copha to make it a wet mixture. So there you go, grade 3s. That was the ingredients, that was the procedure that I've just demonstrated here to how to make chocolate crackles. Now, this is to see if our procedure has worked out. We're now going to put some of the mixture, the chocolate crackles mixture, into the patty pans. Just lift it up so you can see. And at the moment they're all wet and loose, but when we refrigerate them in the refrigerator overnight, then they should be all hard and firm and ready to eat. Yum. Oops, just bring some more. So, see how simple and easy it was to make these Mrs. Cheer's chocolate crackles?
Can't wait to see how they turn out.
And of course, not on my recipe, but you can also put some sprinkles there. If you've got some left over from making fairy bread, you can put some sprinkles on there. I'm just topping them up. I'll put my patty pans in an array.
Mrs. Cheer, if I eat one chocolate crackle, what fraction of chocolate crackles have I eaten?
Well, you have to work out how many chocolate crackles there were to start with, and there were 6. So if you eat one and take one away, then you would have 1/6.
Thanks, Mrs. Cheer.
Good. Now just checking them. And then now the final part of the method is to refrigerate your chocolate crackles and then allow them to get firm, and then we can taste them. Bye, Year 3s. Hope you had fun making chocolate crackles yourselves. Now it's the next day and we're opening up the fridge door to have a look at our chocolate crackles to see if they're set. Yes, they're nice and hard and they're ready to eat. Yum!